Hey there, comic book friends and fiends. It's Rob in front of the Great Wall of Comics. I've got some boxes. It's Monday, and it's time for mail call. Okay, so maybe I messed it up, and I didn't really have boxes. I have a box and I have some envelopes. But regardless, it's Monday and it's time for mail call, folks. And in today's mail call, we're going to have, oh my goodness, be still my beating heart, the most expensive raw book I have ever purchased personally. So, huge gamble on my part. Let's take a look and see what we got inside. So, of course, we're going to go ahead and bring in our other cam and let's take a look at these here. So, um, first up, this is, I don't know. It says cherished history. It could be any number of things. Let's see here. If, try to figure out how the best way to open this up is necessarily. Oh, okay. So we can just kind of go along the dotted line. What the hell? All right. Okay, and we have a mailer. Come on, get the knife in there. Our handy dandy knife from Hoarder's Hide. The Do You Even Slab Bro knife. Oh, okay. So we have some pull tab action. Very nice. Holding the book in place. And let's pull this all out of here. And an old bag. It's labeled to be in fine, very fine condition. Space Adventures. These Charleston comics. These are great. Some of these are, I don't know if this is one as I'm looking at it or not. Probably it looks actually sort of. Kirby did a lot of these things this time with Charleston. So oftentimes that's why I'll pick them up. They're just fun. Space Adventures. All right, cool. First book down. First book down. Here we go. Let me flip this over. All right, this one feels like a Gemini in here, so we should be able to. Yep. It's not a Gemini. Somebody made their own sandwich. Let's see what we got here. This is going to be. Oh, okay. Oh, he's not only sandwiched it, but okay, wow. So then we have inside my favorite, the Tyvek mailer, which is taped down. So we got to remove the Tyvek mailer from the. And now the Tyvek mailer. Fortunately, that's not too bad. Okay, that's actually probably one of the easier Tyvek mailers to get into I've ever had. So, there's two books here. It looks like or a couple books. Oh no, I did purchase a couple books. That's right. Oh, it came from one, but I didn't realize they all were from the same person. All right. So there's another Space Adventures. This one. Does it say what issue this is? Oh, issue number 56. Not a very cool looking cover or whatnot, but I just, it's super cheap. Fall down to the rabbit hole. Fine minus, whatever. All right, and this one looked kind of cool. Not nearly as good. I thought it was much better condition, but fortunately, it was only a few dollars. Captain Atom from Charleston Comics. They got this one, a very good plus. And yeah, it's not The Origin, the second man in space on Planet X, and more. Origin issue, Captain Atom. Alright. But the book that was kind of the better one I thought was kind of cool is DC's Showcase Presents. This is issue number 42, and this is part 2 of the 2-part telling of the origin of Tommy Tomorrow of the Planeteers. This one's in pretty decent condition. Good, fine minus, very good plus. Actually, more on the very good plus. But looks really good on the inside there. Tommy Tomorrow of the Planeteers. I'm got my eyes. I'm tracking on a issue 41, which is the first part of the story for the for that. All right. Next up here, this one I already looked into. So this was this piece is a commission piece that I'd sent off. So IRF Authentics on Instagram does mystery boxes, everything's signed, and occasionally you get some sketch covers. And one of the artists featured, I really kind of dug. He was working out a deal with it's Carl Allstatter, and they had a deal going where Carl had agreed to do like 10 commissions for like a discounted price of $80 a piece. So I managed to grab one of them, and I asked for to use an Amazing Spider-Man blank, and I gave him his choice. I said I would like to have either Doc Ock, Spider-Man Noir, or Spider-Man 2099, and I got Spider-Man 2099.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man, does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves just like flies. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man. Is he strong? Listen, bud, he's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there goes the Spider-Man. In the chill of night, at the scene of a crime, like a streak of light, he arrives just in time. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, welcome back.
That's very cool. So that'll be going off to CBCS to get taken care of. All right, last up here. This book is it. This is the single most expensive book I have ever purchased raw. And I will tell you, I spent too much for it. I overspent versus what it probably was worth a little bit. But it's one of those things where when it comes to some of these Golden Age books, there's a question of what is the true value. Last sold doesn't really help you because the last sold can be a long time ago. I'm trying to cut through. The problem is this thing's got a commercial invoice in here because it came from overseas. Anyway, so the last sale doesn't really tell you much. Not enough of them being sold makes it kind of difficult. This is a book that essentially crosses off. I had 2 objectives for the year when it came to comic book collecting. I didn't really announce them too much on like my channel and stuff because I felt if I did, then all of a sudden I'm just like looking for those constantly and I'd be done with my collection super early. Well, here I am, the 4th month in, and once again, I'm done with the items I'd said I wanted to get. And this was just one of those items. Sorry, I'm ducked behind here, trying to get the packing peanuts off of here without making a mess. This is very well packed, which is great because this is a raw book. So I probably wasn't. I shouldn't. I'm just saying. So I spent I stepped up because, granted, there's a different cover that I wanted. So let me just say what it is. So what the hell? Okay, so I had two goals. One goal was to get myself a Planet Comics comic book because I've been into this big kick, right, with the Atomic Age, Golden Age sci-fi, as you guys know. Even the Silver Age sci-fi. Obviously, I've been picking up a lot of that because that's more affordable. And Planet Comics is the king daddy of sci-fi comics, and I wanted to get one. And I crossed that off that list recently when I picked up Planet Comics issue 70. And it had, it's like I said, I'm not going to be able to get a whole bunch of them. I'm not going to be able to complete a run, but it's all about the cover, right? What does that cover art have on it? And in the case of these books, oftentimes is there a woman in peril or bondage or ray guns and bubble helmets and jetpacks and robots and space monsters, and these things all are deemed desirable items to have on a cover. And that Planet Comics book I picked up had a space monster, it had a woman in bondage, it had bubble helmets, it had rocket ships, it had ray guns, it had a lot of the elements all in one. It was an awesome, awesome pickup. Well, that left one other item that I wanted to get. I'm trying to figure out where the seam is on this book. I see the tape, but I don't feel the. Oh, it's over here. Because it's not down the middle. Anyway, so that left one other item to acquire, and that was to get a Schomburg sci-fi cover. Now, Schomburg did a lot of heroes during the Golden Age, and he did a lot of sci-fi. He especially worked with a series called Astonishing Comics, I think. Yeah. And those were just, oh my God, this guy packed it so well. I'm so glad because this was coming from overseas. So I have to work on it. Anyway, so Schomburg did a bunch of stuff. A lot of you guys might have seen what people kind of refer to as the prototype Bender cover. And the prototype Bender cover is one of his famous covers, and it basically does sort of look like Bender from Futurama carrying a woman through a lake. Well, that's a book that'll cost, I think I saw recently, a 5.0 restored was selling in the neighborhood of $6,000. Obviously not in my wheelhouse. I have two kids going to college, etc., etc. But then a different book came across my eyes. One that was presented very well. It says it has some staple rust, and sure enough, I do see it has some of that. It says it has a split at the bottom staple, but and I can see from the back of it, it's not. Here I'll start with the back because this is all. It's not. You can see it's missing some of that. Some of the ad is missing. I'm just gonna get rid of that. But then you can see where the staple rust is and discoloration and whatnot, and that's all well and good. But this cover, even with the blemishes it has, just is a Schomburg airbrush cover. Look at that. Bondage girl. We got the space detective over here. We've got ray guns. We got a rocket ship in the background. Just a beautiful, beautiful Schomburg cover. Whew. This cost me over $700. So this is definitely going off to get cleaned and pressed, and then slabarino. So yeah. So let's take a look at let me carefully take a look at some of the inside. So you see that. I want to be careful because they said that the cover is split a little. I don't feel it being split. Let me very carefully. Oh yeah, that smell. That smell. Okay, yeah, I do see actually a little bit where it's pulled. I think it's not really split as it is loose from the staple at the bottom, because as I open it, I can see it start to pull out a little bit. So it's just loose from the staple there. But so we got a bunch of stories. These are nice. This is a nice thick book. It's got a bunch of different stories inside. Um, we got the Fighting Yank inside here. Um, Space Detective. We got Tigra. We got Suki's Other Self. So there's a bunch of these old books have these different stories. It's really kind of cool. Awesome. Oh, look at that again. Don't you wish your boyfriend was hot? Yeah, so that's definitely going to get slabbed, and it will be up on the wall because, I mean, whew, I'm hoping the front looks really good. With the back, the conditions it has, it's probably going to end up being like a 3. As much as I want to hope it could get better, I just think that there's so much missing off the back that that's going to hit it really hard. If it does, if I'm lucky, it hits a 3. It might even come back a 2.5 because of that on the backside. But it presents super well. I mean, we still also have damage here in the front and the bottom corner, and like I said, that pull off there. So I don't care. I mean, but we could ask you a question: would you pay $700 for this? I did. I stepped up because I wanted it. I don't even care if it's worth that much. It's worth that much to me. So anyways, that's probably going to slow down my mail calls for a little while, as you can imagine. So I apologize, but if you've just been coming watching my mail calls to live vicariously through me, we'll still have stuff to open, but it's probably not going to be anywhere near as big thanks to the Schomburg here. But it was worth it. All right, guys, until next time, collect what you like. Don't listen to anyone, including me, because, well, I'm just a fat man with a fat stack of comics and a fat opinion. Thanks for watching.